Com. Welcome to another video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure to press the subscribe button below so when I release a new SEO video like this, you get notified. In today's SEO case studies, I will go through my recent client website performance. So this is a SEO service. So it's for a new website where I took this website from zero, literally zero, to all the way to 4,000 visitors per month organically. And here's the case study article. I'll leave the link in the description so you can go ahead and read it more about it. Right. So essentially, let me give you first the background of the project, and then how I did to manage to get this results. Okay. So first, the client approached me. So in total, we have been doing now for 8 months of this website, and he runs a private taxi and a car rental website in Thailand here, but the website is in English. It mainly targets foreigners, right? So the whole website is in English, so therefore rankings in English website is much harder than, let's say, in Thai website, Thai language or other foreign languages. And he offers services such as airport transfer, luxury car rentals, etc., for tourists and foreigners who come to Bangkok and Thailand, for this service. And he approached me for a monthly SEO and Google Ads service as a way to improve his online presence on Google search, where the majority of his customers are. And here are some of the challenges I faced with this project. First, the website was not ready. So when he approached me, the client only um, has a one-page website. So it was a one-page simple WordPress website that needed to be rebuilt and revamped to be SEO optimized. Secondly, it's quite a strong competitive niche because there are many national and global players. So there are player websites like Klook, right, which is one of the biggest brand in traveling and transportation, and other like Hoppa and different kinds of big authority global website, and also some big national website as well who are quite strong in the area. And thirdly, he has an average budget. So the budget the client has is not a lot. It's roughly about about $700 per month in total. And so it's obviously not enough to basically to get results quickly, but nevertheless I managed to pull it off. And as you can see, this is the only the recent search console screenshots taken on October 3rd, 2023, where he finally managed to hit 4,000 clicks in the last 28 days, as you can see. And this the website graph has been growing ever since. It's not a big website. In total, he has like about 15 service pages and about 10 to 13 10 to 12 blog posts, if I remember correctly. So 15 service pages and total of 12 blog posts, which are added over the course of working on the website. So in total about less than 30 pages website, and we managed to pull off more than 4,000, around roughly about 4,000 visitors per month now, and especially in a competitive niche as well, right? So as I mentioned, so here's what I essentially did with the website and the SEO the campaign. So the first step was to rebuild the entire website and to do a keyword research, right? So the first step, like I said, it was a one-page website, WordPress website. So I needed to rebuild the website to have multiple pages. And the first step was to do a thorough keyword research for commercial and service pages for commercials or service pages and informational keywords to help build the topical relevance. So essentially, the first step was to build a website, to plan out the site structure, to do some keyword research. So let's say this is the home page, which targets our main keywords, and then we have a bunch of other service pages, basically different locations that that the client basically offer the transportation to, like different cities and different area, and also other type of services like car rental, luxury car, stuff like that. And then we've got the blog or the article section, and then we have a bunch of article in this. So it was a so it's quite a simple structured website, nothing complicated, service-based business, and then a bunch of information articles. And so I did a keyword research. I looked at the competitors, and then I planned out the site structure, and then rebuild the entire website. And here I used the Cadence theme, which is my favorite WordPress theme. It's quite flexible. It's also quite light weighted, so the page speed is important. And Elementor page builder. So I also use Elementor as well to build out the website. Fairly simple website. A total less than in total, there are 15 service pages and 12 blog posts as mentioned. After the site was completed, next step was to start writing the content and do some on-page optimization. So here are the things, some of the things that I do for the on-page, right? So heading, H1, H2, H3 optimization. So here I use the technique called NLP and density method. It's my own method of optimizing heading tags, but essentially it's not a lot of different from what you're already doing, like, having the keyword in there and, making sure that it kind of, relevant to the topic, etc., etc. But there's a little bit of small nuances here and there that I also use in this method as well, which I obviously cannot go into a full detail as it's part of my SEO service and also coaching program. But it's not that a big of a deal. However, I try to always squeeze the most out of the on page. So whatever any little things I can do to increase the optimization, I'll try to do that. Next was to the page structure optimization and addition of subtopics, right? So essentially, what I try to do here is I try to structure the page in such a way that there are logical connections from one section to another. So, for example, I start a page with an introduction to the service and company, followed by the service provided, the reason of hiring a company, the testimonial, etc., etc. All these subtopics are important for service pages as they answer questions related to intent using NLP technique. So essentially, when designing a page, I try and make sure that every the page first covers the subtopics, right? So let's say that if a service page, so I will make sure that there's enough subtopics on the page that are relevant to the intent. So service intent, so things like introduction to the company, and then what, and then various service offered, testimonials, right? Contact information, something like that. And maybe, let's say if this is a taxi transfer or taxi website, or let's say a car rental website, I would also have a bunch of cars listed down here as well with information, full detail there as well, right? To make sure that it's super relevant in terms of the intent. And when I structure these subtopics out, there would always be logical connection from one to another. So let's say introduction have a little bit of small sentences that leads to the next section, and then this has a small introduction leads to the next section. So essentially, every subtopic on the page is interconnected. I just don't place a subtopics there without any contextual information or relationship from one to another, essentially. So that's the way that I try to make the page layout. And then I also look into sentence level optimizations using semantically relevant keywords. So it's not just about the content, but also every sentence on the page matters as well. So, I try to make sure I use all the semantically relevant keywords. Using my own tools obviously is a part of my coaching program and part of my service. I have my own semantically relevant keyword research tool. However, you can also use simple tools like Surfer SEO or Phrase or any on-page SEO to help with the process. It's as just good as my own tool as well, but I just prefer my own tools as I can do a little bit more kind of granular optimization with it. Then comes the internal linking, which is very important. So I make sure that every other page on the website is linked up to the main page. So essentially, let's say this is the main service page, and then I've got a bunch of other, let's say, blog and services. I would also link them back to the main page as well with relevant anchor text. When it comes to the anchor text of internal link, I go a little bit more um, more extreme of the exact match and partial match. So that's just my way. Basically, not really exact match, but keyword targeted anchor text, right? By using different anchor text, I can control the semantics relationship to the main page, right? So that's what I try to do. And then also do with the keyword count variation optimization as well. So, the frequency of the word also matters. So for example, let's say the word taxi on the page, I made sure to check the competitors for the average and see how many times I should use this word. You can again use search for SEO for this, but again, there's really no hard and fast rule for this. You would want to look at the keyword density a little bit as well to make sure that it's not super over optimized or something like that, right? And then yeah, subtopics coverage, I talked about that. Basically try to cover every subtopic on the page as much as possible. And then also another thing that I did with this is UX adjustments. So with UX adjustments, what happened here is over course of of the website optimization, um, there have been a bunch of adjustments in terms of the layout, small details here and there to increase the conversion rate. As I mentioned, the client also hired me for Google Ads, so I used the same page for Google Ads and SEO, and therefore I need to adjust the page to maximize the conversion rate, right? So I made sure to adjust small things here and there, maybe shift one section above the other, maybe add a bunch of other section on the page to help increase the website navigation flow and also user satisfaction, basically to ensure the best user experience and the seamless user experience as much as possible. So how I did here is I looked at a bunch of competitor website. I see how the flow of their website is. So let's say you land on the web page, then what happens next? How does a user make a booking on the competitor website? And then I create a bunch of section on the website to kind of replicate that, maybe replicate the same section flow. Like for example, a user land on this page, and then let's say there's a bunch of other pages. So user land this page, let's say choose a vehicle, go to another page, and then maybe make a booking, and then maybe go to the confirmation page, something like that. So I make sure to adjust the layout or the booking process or the flow right from one page to another to try to match the users, not user, to match the competitors, because the competitors who are ranking on the top, clearly they're doing something right in terms of user satisfaction or user experience. That's why they're ranking well, so I try to match this as well, right? So these are the bunch of things that I did for the on page. And obviously the blog posts have been added gradually over the course of 8 months of working on the website. And the service pages, most of the service pages were completed within the first 2 months of the website rebuild, right? Okay, now coming to the off-page optimization. So here are some of the things that I did. First is citations and social profile setup. So after the majority of the content was finished, by the second month, and we also already started ranking for some keyword, I started building up some important citations, right, and social profiles to help build websites credibility and trust, and also help build a brand, right, to have some brand properties on Google. So making sure that the website is registered on the top citations is important. It helps create the trust signal that Google is looking for. Then the link building, right? The link building, the main actual link building, not the citations, was started in the third month of the campaign. So right around the third month of the campaign, we started, exploding in terms of the traffic. Essentially, what happened here is the website started around February, and then in March there was a core update, right? And then you saw this increase in impressions and clicks, and then right around April it started on going in an upward trajectory. So this is the time when I feel like link building should come into play, because at this time I know that when I start building links during at this uh, graph thing, then it will skyrocket the impressions even higher. So this time I start ranking building links. When it comes to backlinks, I focus mainly on high quality PBNs. So I love PBN is a quite powerful is a very powerful type of links if you know how to use them properly. And also some guest posts in combination, right? So I use PBN and guest post in combination, and all of this combined using my own backlink strategy called topical bending link strategy is it's basically the combination of super topically relevant links and a very powerful links in combination of each other. So in this way, I'm able to bend the website or bend the overall topical structure of the website to be more relevant and more authoritative. Again, I can't go into full detail of how I do this. Is a part of my service and coaching program. But essentially, like I said, is a combination of powerful links and very relevant links in and build them specifically in a specific way to multiple pages on the website to help build the overall authority. And in overall, on average, I build about 5 to 8 links each month. So over the course of 8 months, I build about 5 to 8 links to the website. Now I don't build. I think about 2 months I didn't build the links in between because I focus on more content. Then I might slow down the links. And also, like I said, the budget is not a lot. It's quite average. So I need to balance out the cost of content and cost of links, right? And for the anchor text of the backlinks, I mostly focus on topic anchor text, right? So not really keyword rich, but more semantically relevant ones, right? And then branded anchor text to make sure that it is safe, right, for the website. And lastly, for the off page, I also focus on building a brand, right? So fortunately, since the client also wanted Google Ads, so we run Google Ads every month for the website. And with the results of Google Ads over time, the client's brand has become more well known in the country. So over time, people have started recognizing the client's website brand, and people start doing different kind of stuff like brand searches, direct traffic, all kinds of engagement with the brand, which further help increase the overall website's ranking and authority. So over time, with the increase in brand signals, the website authority is also growing. In combination with the backlinks and the content, very very high quality written content in a very optimized way. And over time, the website has just been growing and growing ever since. As you can see, it survived March core updates. It survived August core updates, and it even survived the Google Helpful Content update, right? And it's been growing ever since. So here's the overall kind of like the growth trajectory of the website, and here's the result. Now, what's next with the campaign here is the client has decided to continue for the ninth month now, and hopefully I can update this case study later on when the client is getting like, let's say, more, let's say 10,000 visits per month. Hopefully we'll see that, because it also depends on the keyword volume as well. Right now the main keyword has not reached the number 1 position yet, but we're on a course of reaching number 1. We'll invest more resource into getting the results, and maybe by the end of the year probably we can hit number 1 for the main keyword. Otherwise, many of other relevant services have already hit the top 3 to top 5 anyway for the website. So that's all for the case studies. Some of the some of you have asked me like why I'm not releasing a lot of videos. The thing here is, number 1, I try to make sure that I wait for the right time for every project to mature, and then only I will record case studies and show you everything once a result is achieved. And as you know, SEO takes time, at least 6 months to see some good results, and therefore it takes time to basically before I can produce the next video, right? So I need to wait till the project is ready for like 6 months or something, and then release the video. Secondly, since I manage everything by myself, so there's only so many websites I can handle in a month. Therefore, since I don't have a lot of website to handle, and then I have less videos. But with that, it also comes with the quality. of the website that I have. I don't work with everyone, so I select every client. So every month I have limited number of clients, but they are very high quality, very easy to work with, and therefore not a lot of websites for me to work with. However, if I do have, then all of them succeed really well because we work together as a partner basically, rather than like clients and the SEO guy, right? And secondly, also I do have a lot of other stuff going on as well. So, obviously I can't shoot the videos regularly, but I'll try my best to release as frequently as possible. And thirdly, I don't like to release videos on general topics too much. I already have a lot of videos covered on my channels on various topics, like how to write content, how to do keyword research, different analyses, and different case studies. And now I'm mainly focusing on releasing more of a case studies, so you can learn something from some real legitimate website, rather than a bunch of people just teaching generic SEO advice, something like that, with no real value behind it, right? So that's basically why I'm not releasing a lot of videos as frequently as others, but I'll try to see maybe some theories I can cover, some algorithmic analysis I can cover, right? So maybe more videos might be coming in the future, but who knows? We'll see. But whenever I do have a chance of publishing case study like this, I'll shoot a video for you so you can learn something new from it. All right, so that's all for the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And once again, if you want to reach out to me for either SEO service or SEO coaching slash consultations, feel free to do that. We can discuss and see if we're a good fit to work together. And I'll leave a link to this case study in the description so you can learn more about it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.